Annie remembered what her father told her about Manola. He said it was a special place that people talk about quietly. He said it was like going to heaven. Nene, how did we get here so fast? I thought it would take us 2 days to get to Manola. Annie asked. She was amazed. She said, "Come with me," and started to walk into the bush. She was not sure about this. Annie was young and fast. She went after her and helped her walk in the green land. They walked on the path in the bushes for a long time. Annie was worried about Nkoyo Ekpe. She was old and tired. "Nkoyo Ekpe, come and rest for a while," Annie asked. She sounded scared. "Don't worry, my dear. We are almost there," Nkoyo said. She smiled and showed her brown teeth. They kept walking for a few more minutes. Then they stopped. Nkoyo looked at Annie. "Close your eyes," she said softly. She sounded like a mother. Annie was surprised. She said, "Nene, why?" Nkoyo asked. "Do you trust me?" Annie nodded and said, "Yes," Nkoyo said. "Then close your eyes." Annie felt nervous and happy. She breathed deeply and did what Nkoyo said. Nkoyo was very happy to see that. She moved some leaves with her hands. "Now open your eyes," Nkoyo said loudly. Annie did what she said. Annie saw a big and beautiful view. She saw Manola town in front of them. They both felt something in their heart. Manola was the center of their village. It was very far away, 200 miles, but now it looked close and busy. It had some light. Annie remembered what her father told her about Manola. He said it was a special place that people talk about quietly. He said it was like going to heaven. "Nene, how did we get here so fast? I thought it would take us 2 days to get to Manola," Annie asked. She was amazed. Nkoyo laughed softly. She held her stick and said, "I am old and I know many things. I am one of the few who know this shortcut. I will not tell anyone until I am going to die. Then I will tell the next one who will take my place." They sat down on the grass. They watched the cars on the road. They did not talk. "Do you remember when we met here?" They both said. They remembered the past. They met when they were picking leaves for scorpion bite. Annie agreed and laughed. She saw that Nkoyo knew some secret about this way. They talked for a long time. Then Nkoyo said, "There is no other child here who makes me believe more than you, Annie." They both knew this. Nene liked Annie more than anyone. Annie did not want to make her sad. Annie felt something in her eyes. She wanted to cry. Her mother did not understand her. This feeling was deep and amazing. She was very special. It was because she did many things by herself. Nkoyo was the only one who believed in Annie. Annie remembered how her mother gave her money to buy books for her brother. There was no bookshop in their village or near it. To earn a living at times, she took on jobs working tirelessly on other people's farms. However, it became apparent very soon when collecting pay for her savings usually ended with an unpleasant surprise. They often told her that Mom had already come around to collect the proceeds on her behalf. Whenever this happened, and she marshaled up courage to confront Mama about this, all she would get in return were questions like, "Are you saying you are footing the bills for your stay in my husband's house? Why are you acting ungrateful?" Except Nene always makes sure there were ways for Annie to acquire books. Due to Nene's interventions and through industrial self-learning, Annie was able to spell words correctly and gain reading skills. She only got a chance once during a yam festival to meet a village typist who turned out to be incredibly fond of Annie. She noticed his eyes roam from breast down to buttocks in a rather uncanny manner, but interestingly enough, that day held more meaning for Annie because after promising him rendezvous at Manola town, which never happened, he handed over some spelling materials which worked greatly toward improving her diction. Instructing Annie gently yet firmly, Nkoyo Ekpe voiced out, "Head straight to the bus stop. Once you find yourself at Uyo, the big city, you will encounter many educated people and stumble upon things that might seem out of this world." "Encounter what, Nene? Have you been to this place before?" Annie queried, her curiosity unmistakably piqued. "Don't pay my ramblings too much, my old lady talks," she replied with a soft chuckle, but Nene was well aware of Annie's burning desire to know more. "All right, let me share something with you from the past. I was once a maiden in the Manola kingdom. A memorable moment happened during an evangelistic outreach by missionaries. I managed to snatch a newspaper from one which contained images of sleek cars and robust infrastructure. Facing Nene in awe, Annie asked, "How can I ever show enough gratitude?" Fighting back tears became increasingly difficult as she stammered this word. "No need for thanks," came the reply, complete with a warm smile, while her hand fumbled upon her wrapper, revealing some cowries hidden within an amount which seemed astronomical to Annie, who had never seen as much before. Taken aback, Annie expressed concern for Nene's welfare, asking how she would cope after giving out so much money. But all Nene did was laugh heartily at Annie's genuine worry, saying, "Don't behave so naive, dear. Do you have any idea about the privileges being the oldest person in this community affords me?" Once it clicked with the Annie light bulb moment, Nene then counseled her further, "Take this money, gather your things under cover of night and flee from here as far as possible." Her anxiety came rushing back, leading to questions about survival outside her known environment. A terrifying prospect indeed. She needed no reminder whatsoever that leaving home felt like entering uncharted waters. Just then, Nkoyo Ekpe grabbed hold of her hand, comforting yet quiet. "It's all right. Everything will turn out fine. And soon enough, you can even put those dreams of yours of building a school for girls or installing electricity in your village to reality with all the knowledge you possess. You showed me those ambitions once, remember?" In awe, Annie gave her a heartfelt hug, whispering her gratitude. "You believe in me," then pulled away without another word, leading the way back home, maintaining an upbeat mood which spread to Nene as they discreetly left their meeting spot. Soon enough, after nightfall, while making sure no signs were left behind, both went separate ways, and Annie couldn't keep the smile off her face all the day. The rest of the day flew by in stark contrast to any before, as she even lent a hand in tidying up around mother's kitchen and made dinner unenthusiastically. Later that night, after everyone had fallen asleep, Annie began packing under a cloak of darkness all dawn. Swiftly, she sneaked out. After placing her lantern on the bedside table, giving her younger sibling a sleep as though nothing was amiss, one last kiss goodbye. Rushing outside seemed natural, but not before checking to see if anyone was about. The coast seemed clear enough until suddenly, from nowhere, there stood her mother with an unkind smile etched across her face, yielding, "Husband, come and behold."